Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Shraddha Tripathi and today I am going to give you a full walkthrough of the premier online auction platform, BidPulse, where you can buy and sell items through a transparent bidding process. This website is built using HTML, Tailwind CSS, JavaScript, PHP and MySQL. This platform allows users to register, list items for auction, place bids and manage auction in real time. Whether you are a developer, a student, or just curious about how auction sites work, this video is for you. So let's move forward and have a look at the website. I'll start by showing you the web page, which is the first thing users see when they visit the platform. It gives a clean and simple introduction to the platform. From here, user can log in, register, or browse live auctions. It also has some featured auctions listed here. We can browse the auctions by categories. It has a section of how it works, and also its footer has quick links which we can click and get access to the pages. The quick links also has contact us, from where you can contact us. Now let's go ahead and register a new account. This is the registration page. The user can sign up by entering few basic details like name, email and password. So let's start by entering them. So here, as you all can see that we have filled all our credentials, and by hitting the register button, we will be registering our accounts. The backend handles input validation and checks for existing accounts to avoid duplication. We have clicked the register button, and as you all can see that registration is successful. Once registered, user need to verify their email from the email sent to them. So let's go to our email and verify the account. This is the email that we have got, and we will verify it by clicking on verify email. Here you can see that your email has been verified successfully. Now user can log in into their accounts using their credentials. So let's log in into our accounts. The system uses session to keep user logged in securely. After login, we are redirected to the home page where we can see all the functions. This is the browse page where user can see a list of all the ongoing actions. From home, we can go to browse auctions. This is the browse page where user can see the list of all ongoing auctions. These are some of the auctions listed. User can also filter the auctions as per their desired categories. Like if a user is interested in collectibles only, they can select a category collectibles and hit on filter results. By hitting on filter results, we can see all the items featured in collectibles section. We can even browse the category by clicking on this, and this will give us all the auctions for electronics. This will give all the auctions for art. This will give all the auctions for sport and many more. Clicking on the view details takes us to the detailed page. Users can view a full description of an item like bidding history, place a new bid. The system only accepts bids that are higher than the current one, and it updates in real time. For instance, the minimum bid for this is, let's say, 40,000, so I'm putting a bid of 50,000. Place bid. Here we are able to see a bid which I placed, and that is of $50,000. Now let's look some other product like we are going and viewing a detail of this product limited edition print. Here we can, the starting price of the bid was 890 and the current bid price is 1200 because there are two other sellers, which is seller 1 has placed a bid of $900 and Somashish named user has placed a bid of $1000. So here the minimum bid amount for me is 1200. So I can place a bid more than 1200. I cannot place a bid less than that. And you can see that, let's say I am placing a bid of 1100 and it is showing error that value should be greater than 1200. Let's say I'm placing a bid of $1500 and here we can see the bid is placed successfully. Let's say the user wants to sell something, so they can go to the create auction page and fill out this form with title, description, image URL, category in which they have to place an auction, duration for the auction and starting price. Let's fill the form and create one separate auctions. Like for example, I want to sell this image about man on the boat. Let's paste this URL. Here we can select a category. It will fall in the category of art. We can select duration for whosoever days we want to place an auction, like for 5 days. Starting price, I want to put its price to be around $700 and click on create auction. Once submitted, the item is listed for the bidding right away. See, this is the description of the image. I cannot place an auction because I have this is my own product, this is my own item, so I cannot place a bid on this, but this will be featured in the featured auction. We can search it whether it is featured or not. Let's go to browse auctions. Let's go to browse auctions and here we can search our product. Our product name was a boat and we can hit on enter. And see, the product is added in the featured auctions. User can see all the items that have listed for a sale in my auction section. It also shows how many bids each auction has received, the highest current bid and the time left. See, you can see this is here we are having end date, the total auction placed by a user, active auctions, and since there are no auctions ended, it is showing 0. But we can see if there will be any other auction, we can see ended here. We can also click on view actions and we'll see this. Now we move to the profile page. Here user can view, edit their personal details. It all, you can see that we are able to change our password, we can change our first name, our email that we are logged in. We also have that when I logged in into this account, since I have registered here before you, it is showing April 14, 2025. It also has my bid section which shows all the auctions where user have placed. Like in front of you only I have placed 2 auctions on Javelin of 50,000 and limited edition 1500 bid. Since nobody has bidded more than this amount, we are seeing highest bid here Otherwise, it will be automatically disabled. Since I have not won any auctions yet and none of the auction has ended, so result will be displayed if any of the action has been ended. So now let's have a quick view of the coding part of the website. This is the page of index.php, which was our home page. This is a file. These are the files included in our code requirements for config.php and auction function. This is for get all the active auctions, show all the active auctions, and which is set and limited to 8. This is for getting all the categories. It includes our header.php and footer.php in the code. This is the code section for our box, which shows discover and bid of extraordinary experience, and it also has two buttons like browse auction and sell items. This is the search code for search section, which is purely based on little bit of HTML, CSS, and PHP for this, for getting category name. And this is all these show this part of code and shows are all the featured auctions. If is empty, no act if the featured auction is empty, it will not show any active auctions found. Otherwise, it will show the auctions, list the auctions, its description. It will show its description, the current bids, ends in, and all. This includes the category section, which includes our electronics, fashion, home and garden, sports, art, collectible, vehicles, and jewelry. This code is for how it works section, test and normal section, call to action, and are include for footer.php. Let's have a look on footer.php and header.php. Header.php was the part in which we have our nav bar. Here also we have included files, config.php and auction functions. We have used Tailwind CSS in this, and the nav bar includes home button and browse auction, create auction, about a section. And if user is successfully logged into the account, it shows a drop down on their profile name of my profile, my auctions, my bids, which show their auctions, the bids, bidding history, and the profile in which they can edit the code. If admin exists, it shows the admin panel. This is the mobile navigation. This code is for mobile navigation, and main content container it shows. Let's go to footer.php. Footer.php contains all the quick links which can be used by user to access anything on the page. It also has our contact us page by which user can directly message us and complain or tell us their feedbacks to us directly, which will be sent to the register to the email linked in the code. Now let's go to register.php. In register.php, we have linked three files: config.php, authentication function, and email php. Let's first have a look on auth functions. This is the code for auth function, in which we have function for register user. Register user function consists for validating username. It checks if username exists or not by using a query. This select star from user where username is this, and it checks if username already exists. It shows a prompt that username already exists. Then we have a code for validating email. If somebody has written email, not written email, it will show email is required. If the email is not in the format, required desired format, it will show invalid email format. It checks if email is existing or not from the query using select star from users where email. It validates the password. That password should be at least 6 characters, and it is a required form. Then we have confirm password, first name and last name, and this is for hashed password, which will be stored into the database. And the query is, by this query we can insert the user into the database using insert into user, username, email, password, first name, last name, verification token is required, and the value will be stored as per user will fill the form. Otherwise, if there is an error, it shows registration failed, SQL error. Now we have function for login user also. in which it does the same processes. It selects, it uses, firstly checks that username or email exists or not. If it exists, it checks for password. If it is correct, it just take user to the home page. It has logout section. When somebody click on logout section, the session which was open while login, it is destroyed. Here, see, you can see the session destroyed function. Now we have get user by id. We select user id and all using user id in this, and we have update user profile. In this, we can update the profile like name and email, first name, and we process. If there is no error, the profile will be updated automatically. This is the code for changing the password. It selects password and try to connect it, and then if the user want to change it, it will just, new password is required, it will confirm the password. This function is for checking that email exists or not. And here we have reset password token, in which will be sent to the email. Once a user will click on change password, it will be sent and it will be expired within this much time, which is 1 hour. After 1 hour, the token will be expired. Okay, now we have email.php in the register.php. Let me explain this version of code also. So this function has, first of all, two subject and message parameter. It consists the version email headers, and this contains header of from, means the email will be sent from this email. And here we have the error logs, that if there is any error log, it will be displayed. Otherwise, email will be sent to the user. Now let's go to register but page. This is for if form is submitted, it sanitize the username, email, password. It if result is successful. This is very important part of the code for email portion, that if register is successful, verification token, which is this, and verification link, which is this. Okay, this is the link of the verify email.php. This is our verify email.php code. So this is that link, and once we will click, once an email is sent, it will show that hi, the first name of the user. For example, I have registered, it shows hi Shreya, thank you for registering on BitPulse, please verify your email address. And there will be verification link in the form of a button named as verify email, and it will be sent. And then here we have the code, normal code for form, like the way we make a form for first name, last name, username. You have to make the form. Here we are using JavaScript, in which we have added document.add listener. And then the content, this is the validation rule, that first name is required, last name required, username required, minimum length which should be 3, email should be of this pattern, it is required, and the pattern should be this pattern message, please enter a valid address. If the pattern is not matched, it will show like this. Password should be of minimum character 6 and confirm password is required. Okay, then it validate all the rules. If it check, this function is for checking that if password is matching or not. So it first check, like it has a function, it has a variable password, get element by id password, we get the value, then we confirm password. And the error, if there is error, we match. If password matches to confirm password, doesn't matches to confirm password, it shows password doesn't match. Otherwise, the confirm password will be clicked and we will be registered to our account. Now let's go to login.php. This is our code for login.php. If is logged in, if a user is already logged in, we will redirect the page to index.php. Otherwise, this is the whole process. If set session registration is successful, you will get a message of registration successful, or otherwise unsuccessful message. And we have this code for login into our account. This is a normal form code, where we have a code for username. We have used tailwind for block, text gray, font should be medium, and we have used padding along x-axis, y-axis, border gray 300. And these are some of the tailwind css we have used. Focus should be outline none, focus should be ring, which means that there will be box whenever we click, and that box will be of blue color. So there is a section that if you don't have account, the page will be redirect to register.php. If you forget your password, the page will be redirect to reset password. Then we have our script, JavaScript code, which is which validates the username and password. Now let's go to verify email, which we have seen in our register.php. This is the code for verifying the email, that in which we have, as earlier, we have embedded two files, config and authentication function. Then we have to find user by verification token, which will be sent. So we will generate a verification token, and it will look like your email is already verified. You can log into this. This is the verification token which we have generated. Otherwise, it will show an error of invalid or expired verification token if the timing is too much higher after sending, or it will show an error of no verification token provided. Now, this is the code for register password, reset password. You can see this code handle form submission. This is for checking that token is present or not, because obviously token should be present, otherwise we will not be able to reset the password. Then we have to find user and check expiration. This is the code for this. We have also used a SQL query, which is update users, in which we are updating user and set password equal to this, which will be filled by the user. Reset token null, reset token expires null, where user ID is this, which will be applied to the user. Then it shows up a prompt that your password has been successfully reset. You can log in here. Otherwise, it showed a failed message that failed to reset or an error. This is the format of a reset password, how it will look like. That it will first show that a reset password above, and then you have to, there will be two form type options, like you will have to write new password, and you will have to write confirm new password and click on reset button. The password will be resetted. Now let's go to create auction section. Here we have started the session, and then we give all the description of data, title, description, image, URL, category ID, starting price, and duration days. This is code for creating an auction, or in which a user can sell their products, but they cannot bid on their product because that's their material or product. So rest of the users can see the product and place a bid on it. So if result is success, then it show we have success message with the message and auction ID, and redirect to auction.php page. Else it show failed message. This is the page header. Here we will have a form type structure, in which we have on the head we have create your auction. Then we have list your items. Then you have to add image title, item description, image URL. Enter a direct image URL of the page. Okay, डायरेक्टली हम लोग image URL डालेंगे, and then there will be a preview section. Then we can select a category, duration for how long we have to keep the place the bid on auction on, and the starting price, create auction button. This is the tips for success. These are some of the tips we have used. This is purely using our HTML part and our tailwind CSS. Then we have our script, JavaScript code for first image URL, which checks that if is image URL correct, is image URL valid. If valid, it previews. Otherwise, it loads, handle load error. If there is error, it shows that image URL, invalid image URL, or image is not accessible. And then handle image load. If there is any load, it shows it loads check success also. Then there is a code for form validation, in which a title should be of minimum 3 length, minimum description 10, image URL should be of this format, it should be have HTTPS, it should have backslashes, it should have dots. Then category ID required, duration days required, starting price required, and then there we have a function is valid URL. If valid, then URL true, otherwise false. Now we can also see the our auction.php. This is the code for our auction.php. It checks if auction ID is provided, checks auction exists or not, check if bid form was submitted or not. Then this is the code for placing the bid, for refreshing auction and bid data. Then this is for all the header part and home browse auction. This is just a form auction which shows the form type structure which shows all the auction details like image URL, be it auction title, seller name, and all everything is listed here. Description, your minimum bid of should be of how much price. It also shows the bidding history about bidder, bid amount, and date and time, which means all the auctions listed for that product will be visible. And it also has a section for similar auction section, which shows that if there is some same kind of auction, similar auctions of same category, or excluding that current auction, it shows that. Otherwise, it shows no similar auction found. And here we have the JavaScript code, which first of all validifies our bid form. This is the validation rule. Then it checks that bid amount should be greater than current amount. If it is less than, you can see the code constant bid amount, this value current bid amount error. If bid amount is less than or equal to current price, bid amount must be greater than current price, otherwise it shows the price. And here we are done with the code. We have rest of the codes. You can contact and get the code from me. So this was the coding part. You can also see our config.php, authentication function, and auction function. Here we have select star, select query, join query, which joins each and every part of the code. You can have a quick view of it. And that wraps up my full walkthrough of the online auction system. I hope you found it helpful, especially if you are learning of web development or working on your project. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more tech content. I would love to hear your feedback or questions to the comment below. Thanks for watching and see you all in the next one.